still pretty cold, but not as cold as it was at the island. Over here, as you can see in the background, we are come across the fields along to the patch of waste ground along the railway line that leads between Seg Hill and New Hartley. Across here we have all the buildings, like for example Avenue Head and the avenue itself, and also the all those buildings across there at Manor Gardens and what have you. That little vibe Saturday night, Saturday morning, early 80s vibe. Gus, yes, come here. Once when I was coming along here, right? I was coming up here and I got onto the track and started running along it, and there was a train coming along the track. So what I did was I jumped. I couldn't get under the air up there, so I jumped. And to avoid the noise, because it's very noisy, you can hear it from miles away coming because it's so noisy. I jumped. I just jumped. Clang this metal. And landed on this metal and just shouted my ears with a loud noise. It was a 5.5, I can tell you. Anyway, let's get into that wasteland I was just talking about. Huh? Who would have thought that this would have been somebody's back garden at one point in time? Yeah, so in the waste ground there used to be double row. Double row as in double row pig cottages of the miners in just on the outskirts of New Hartley. Yes. This land is turning into what it was once. Wilderness. This is tree regeneration and succession in its highest forms. Here we have got ivy clinging onto oak, reapers, flinging reapers. Leaf litter, scarred paths via the old scramblers scrambling around the place, and basically what might be classed as quite grungy indeed. Anyway, let us go into this wasteland that was once a cultivated garden, or perhaps even one of those little pigsties that each miner used to own at one point in time, and find what used to be big pond. This used to be a pond. Used to be quite a big pond, and I used to say within this succession changing within a generation, well, this has changed within a fraction of a generation. Yeah, this used to be New Hartley Pond. You can see by all these bulrushes it's still quite wet ground, but not half as wet as it used to be. In fact, at this time, about 10 years ago, I would be up to my waist in water. Around you, as you can see, if you pan round, you can see this area of wasteland. Oh, the Slayer country. Really it is. I would have thought if they didn't use some bizarre southern county to film it, they would have filmed it in these wet glades. I like this area, I'm not sure why. It's just got a standing stone in many parts and aspects of my personal life. I mean, up on the bank you've got on the ridge, you've got the railway line, and in here you've got the swamp, you've got the waste, and you've got the nature. Where you find waste, you find nature. It is a common and probably... You see those two gate posts across there? Yes, those two gate posts. They were the gate posts that had a fence on either side, and this swamp, pond used to be quite a cultivated place, you know, where people could go and, you know, watch fish and frogs and caterpillars, baby eels, and things like that, and newts.